back to another day in the market. I hope you guys are ready for some fun. Welcome back to Public Live Day. My Twitter, I think, is messing up over here. I just tweeted something, and now I don't know where it went. It just, like, went into the ether. I don't know where it went. That's weird. That's very strange. That's weird. All right, well, I guess I'll have to tweet it again later. I don't know where it went. So, all right, folks, we are live here, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday, happy Public Live Day. The market is looking relatively good going into the last trading day of the week here. ES is up, 0.15% here. Nothing too crazy. We've got a lot of interesting setups here that we got to talk about. We're not really going to see, I don't think, a whole lot of data coming out. Oh, wait, no. I think we get my favorite piece of data, don't we? Yep. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. At 10 a.m. today, we are going to be getting consumer sentiment here. So we are also probably going to be getting those one-year inflation expectations as well, which, again, are going to be broken down by political party, which is always fun to look at just to see just how crazy these inflation expectations actually are. Remember, the Fed is looking at a lot of that survey data when they really should be looking at the hard data. They should not be looking at what do you call it? These surveys, because they don't really mean anything. They're not really driving a significant change in consumer purchasing behavior. But Bitcoin's looking really good here too, ladies and gentlemen. Issues with the dryer and now Twitter. I don't know, man. I literally tweeted. I said I posted it, and I don't know where it went. Maybe it just... Oh, no. There it is. Found it. That's a fall. Yeah, I found it. Hold on. There it goes. It just took a minute, I think. All right, I found it. Hold on. That's fun. I was like, where did it go? It just took a little bit there. But, all right, folks. Neo looking pretty good here, guys, on the daily. Again, like I talked about in the video yesterday, you absolutely want to see consolidation above this 200 exponential moving average here. This thing has gone pretty much vertical over the last week. Again, if it continues up here, that'd be great. But really, ideally, what you want to see over the next kind of week or so here is using this 200 exponential moving average as an area of support. Palantir, let's see how this is looking in the pre-market here. Again, up a little bit, nothing crazy. Like I've said so many times with this name, guys, this is not one that you want to be buying up at these elevated levels, but it absolutely is not one that you want to go out and short. This one, again, is doing everything that they can to grow their business from a fundamental perspective, but they're still so wildly overvalued in the market in the present. It just doesn't really make sense to go out and buy unless you're trading it, which we've had a lot of interesting short-term trades on this one. Sofi, it's kind of same story with this one here too. Some people were getting angry at me on Twitter like this week when I was talking about what do you call it? The ticker one? No, it's a new one. No, it's a new one. People are getting angry at me. I was like, this is not the time to buy Sofi. It's like, and people are like, no, yeah, it's always the time to buy Sofi. It's like, nah, actually, at 1360, when I outlined the weekly breakout for you guys here, that was the time to buy. What was actually the time to buy was a year ago when I gave it to everybody at 655. I mean, I'm of the opinion that dollar cost averaging into individual names is a really, really dangerous thing to be doing. Into the ETFs, that's perfectly fine. That's what most people should be doing. But individual names, not really. That's why, again, I outlined these for you guys at the levels that make the most sense to be buying. Again, this one has been an absolute gem for us, but there's a time and a place to be going out and buying these. 1360 was that last area there that made a lot of sense for everybody to start buying that one. Let's take a look at him, see what that's doing pre-market here. Nothing crazy. Again, I could see the argument here for maybe a short-term trade, or if you really, really, really want to buy this name and get into it, maybe a break of this like 5320 area here. But again, this was another one that I outlined for you guys at 30 to 31. So at these levels up here, I mean, still you're way higher than where I liked it before. So, but ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be able to do it today. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. We have a 150 like goal on the stream. You guys hit the 100 like goal last week. I think we can do it today. We're off to a hot start today. I think we can do it. But yeah, well, what else we got? What else? I think that's it. DraftKings looking really good here. Again, I tweeted this one out. If you break 4480, I think this one can make a pretty significant move there. APP it's kind of coming back to that level in the pre-market here. I'm not really like, I mean, I just cut this one for a little paper cut yesterday as it was screwing around with the market moving higher. So I'm fine with being out of this one. I have no short-term positions right now. So really, really solid week, especially with Roblox. I'm also out of this one. This was a nice 500%er for us. That was epic. Shout out to all of you guys in the LTMP group that nailed Lucid, Daily Taylor. I know I saw that. 860 something percent. I know I saw another one that was about 700%. Again, guys, I don't know how many more times you guys want to see me call out the most disgustingly good trades in the market, but I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing them. I'm just gonna keep doing it. It's gonna be a fun day today, though. I mean, MicroStrategy over here looks good as well. That's kind of the main two. MicroStrategy, DraftKings, and McDonald's are kind of the main ones that I'm looking at today. Ideally, I'd like to see MicroStrategy flatline and consolidate a little bit more. Let the 10 EMA catch up to this and then start to get going. But again, if it wants to break, because Bitcoin is looking interesting over here, if Bitcoin can come up and break this like 129.50 area, you easily could get back to these highs and then start cruising. After that breakout, I outlined for you guys at 110.650. Yields are down this morning too, which I am a fan of. I like that we're kind of moving away from this zone here on the 10-year. Obviously, I want this back down below the 200. We haven't really talked a whole lot about bonds over the last couple of months here, mainly because like a lot of the rate cut expectations are kind of in line with what you would expect to see. The reason like why last year we were able to bottom and top tick the bond market and have some crazy moves on those trades was because the expectations for cuts and hikes and what the Fed was going to do were just getting so out of whack that it was very easy to fade the overall, like the broad market's consensus in the bond market. This year, you're not really seeing that. So there's not a whole lot to do in the bond market this year, which is fine. XRP at 360. Yeah, it did. So that was another one. I mean, we can just go through the list, guys, of just how many epic trades I've given you guys over the last week here. XRP was one. I mean, that was a disgusting one from down at these levels right here. You hit, I believe that's all-time highs, 360. That was kind of that last take profit area if you wanted to continue selling. I mean, you had this one, I think it was 265. You had 3, and then also this one right around 340 there. So if you're still in this one, I mean, I would almost throw a stop at like $3 there and just leave it. It's kind of all you got to do with that one there. But yeah, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. I think we're going to be able to hit the 150 like goal today. I think we're going to be able to. Today's going to be fun, though. I think. I mean, after the week that we've had, in the stretch that we've been on in the LTMP group, I mean, I really don't have to do anything today. I really don't. So unless something looks perfect, like a DraftKings, McDonald's, or MicroStrategy, I might just not do anything today, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine with me. See where Neo goes today, too. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, also, make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. I do these public streams for you guys Monday through Thursday at 10:30 because every other day, on those days, I'm live privately at this time for the LTMP group. And then Fridays, we do public live day. Come on here, have some fun, wrap up the week. No post earnings today, I don't think. Wayne, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I don't think we have any post earnings today. I can look at the calendar, but Netflix didn't do it, which is fun. Is that next week? Oh, they already have that. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, guys. Guys, next week is going to be post-earnings city. After Wednesday, it'll really start. Or you might get some Tuesday on the ones before open. But I hope those of you guys that have taken advantage of that 50% off your first month sale to the group and are watching those videos, I mean, this is the time. Next week is when it starts, especially for post-earnings. You guys have seen what we've done on them in the past. You do not want to miss these. I'm telling you right now. All right, where's the actual chart of today? Come on. Earnings whispers. Where are we going? Oh, here we go. Thursday. That's before open. Pepsi. Yeah, I don't think we... Oh, 3M. Hold on. We've nailed 3M before. What's this doing? Nah, it's not up enough. Not up enough on 3M. We have had some really epic post earnings on 3M though. Yeah, it's close. I mean, we can watch it, but I don't really think that's going to be the one for us there. So really all I'm looking for is maybe DraftKings, maybe MicroStrategy, and maybe McDonald's. But ideally, I really just want to see how this market wants to close going into next week, and then we really focus on post earnings and then nail the setups again. Fridays are typically not a day where I do a whole lot anyway, but like think about it. After the Roblox 500%er this week, we don't have to do anything. Zero. That's why the less trades, more profits methodology works so well. Like even on the APP yesterday, I think those contracts were down 10%. And I tell you guys a lot, like the outcome of one individual trade to me is meaningless. And the reason for that is because every single setup that I give to the group has the ability to run multi-hundred and multi-thousand%. So if I have to take a 10% loss on something, what do I care? Because every single other one is going to run multi-hundreds of percent. ANF, I like ANF. I'd actually get longer. I mean, it's gapping over the level this morning. But, like, this is one that I would look for, like, a longer dated position. I mean, we saw what this one did in 2024. It was an absolute monster. So this could be one that I think about getting some long, like leaps on it, because I believe the weekly is going to look really good here, too. Yeah, the weekly looks really nasty on this. I actually really like that. I mean, you could play it up to this, 121. Enovix, can it short squeeze? Let me actually take a look at that, because that's one that we've talked about in the past. I think anybody that's still in that, isn't it really low? Yeah, you guys, I believe you guys are in it at like 10. So here's the interesting thing that I think of, Alex. I really don't care about all that stuff. Like, can it short squeeze? Like, it's not a part of what I do in the market. Of like, oh, look, because it's not like a repeatable approach to like the like you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, there's a lot of short interest on something, but I really, really just don't care, you know? Like, what is it actually? A lot of times things are shorted for a reason. It's like, okay, yeah, there's short interest on it. Can it make big moves because of that? Sure. But what is actually going to set us up for long-term success, especially from a trading perspective? Well, it's going to be everything that we do in LTMP. Like, have you guys ever heard me talk about in the group, like, oh, we're going to now look at stocks that are highly shorted? No, I would never do that. You know, it's like you got to think about what's actually repeatable and what's actually going to give you an edge in the market. Just looking at short interest is not really going to do anything for you. I know a lot of you guys are in this one around, I believe it's 10. I think we were looking at this back in here. I think we did it. I don't know. We did nail this one at some point. This is the battery company. It's interesting. LYV looks good. Is Pepsi going? That was a post earnings. It just hit towards the end of the day, and I was like, I don't really want to be buying a post earnings at the end of the day. You know, just leave it be. Just leave it be. Wow, guys, we are 9 likes away from being a third of the way to the like goal. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to have some fun today. And as always, do you guys have any questions on anything, whether it's investing, trading, the market, anything, any tickers you want me to look at, just let me know. I think looking at the tickers is where you guys are going to get a lot of like the most important stuff from me, because there's going to be, like, I tweeted this out today too. It's very similar to the tweet that I retweeted. It's, hey SV, love your work, thank you so much. Can you look at this company up 200% in 1 month with no revenue and tell me where I should buy? There are certain things, guys, that like you have to avoid doing in the market if you actually want to have success. And it's very basic stuff. No chasing. If the market is already talking about something that is already up a lot, you run and you stay far, far, far away. Now, what a lot of people will do when I say things like that, they'll be like, oh, but Palantir. And it's like, yeah, but okay, so we were in at 15. We wouldn't have chased it at 40, 50, 60. And it's like the exception is not going to disprove the rule. It's like what I said the other day. It's like if I made a statement and I said, most kids love ice cream. And then you said to me, well, I know one kid that hates it. And it's like, yeah, but that's not, that's already incorporated into what I said, you know? So does that actually change anything about the validity of what I'm saying? No. So when I talk about things like Sofi being at 21.22 is not really a good spot to buy it. Ooh, ding, 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 market's open. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see what happens with MicroStrategy. Let's see what happens with everything else. I want to see where DraftKings is. Nothing yet on this. But do you guys see what I'm saying? It's like you got to think about what's going to happen over a period of time where like 100 of these situations are going to play out. ANF, I mean, that was just breaking it open. AMD levels. This is the other thing. It's like, Francisco, it's like, well, there's nothing oh, there's coin. Is anybody still holding coin? Because that was another epic one that we hit. This trade actually could have been a lot better. I believe we were long 368. And then we ran up, hit a couple of TPs, and then I sold the rest of it on one of the drama days. But that was another good one. If anybody's still in that one looks good still. But Francisco, like, what is... So here's the way I would look at this for, like, if you're asking for AMD levels, for me personally on the chart right now, there's nothing on AMD that you really want to be interested in. So levels is because long term, remember, I own this one at 1139. We were outlining some great buy areas. I mean, technically it was actually this zone, but like if you didn't hit that, it's like, all right, but like they're not actually going to do much for you in the short term, you know? Like if AMD is setting up to break out, I'm going to tell you, which I kind of did in here. This was another setup that I was watching for. It just gapped. What you guys will notice a lot about this channel and the way that I talk about things is kind of operating under like this type of methodology. Really, it's less trades, more profits, which is why I called the group that. But it's, if you want to have different results than everybody else, you have to think and act differently than they do. Like there's a lot of things that people do in the market that just like aren't actually going to do anything for you. It's kind of a waste of time. You know? I think looking at a level on AMD right now is kind of one of those things. Like if AMD starts to flatline here, the 10 catches up and then it starts to consolidate and you have a nice range, then great, I'll be very interested in it. Other than that though, from a long-term perspective, I really don't have to do anything with this, you know? MSTR now, where's McDonald's? I want to see that. Yeah, I know, I think ANF gapped over the level though, didn't it? Yeah, we don't want that. What else are we looking at here? Target weekly looking nice. Yeah, I know. The daily looks good too. I just don't really want to go near it. Hood on a run. Yeah, I think I gave you guys this one too. But yeah, guys, for those of you guys that aren't in the group yet, I mean, I don't know how many more times you guys want me to show you the absolutely epic multi-hundred and multi-1,000% trades that I'm giving out to the group every single week. Here's the link for it right there. Use code July. You get your first month 50% off. It's literally only $1 a day to hop in. What? Error. There it is, right there. There's the link. Crap squeeze. I mean, I'll pull it up on the chart for you. CRISPR Therapeutics. This is not something that I would really want to go for. It's up 18% right here. If you're buying the stock up here, when it went from 38 to 65, this is going off of exactly what I was talking about before, where this is like retail trader death trap here every time. Every time. You want to know a good spot to buy this one? Weekly breakout right here, 40.32. If we were looking at that one, that's where we would have looked to go long. Other than that, you don't touch it. You know? And this is the thing. It's like you guys are going to hear some of the things that I say sometimes, and you're going to be like, wait, what? Why is he saying that? And it's like, well, it's all probabilities for me. It's all probabilities. It's all you got to think about in the market. What is most likely going to happen? Let's say you're massively invested in CRISP. Good for you. Yeah, Baba's moving. I did say that in the pre-market plan here. Keep an eye out for these China names. If they start like being ready to go on another run here, we're gonna get some really nasty setups. So keep an eye on those. There's not really anything right now. I mean, DraftKings is still consolidating. We are getting a little close to this earning, so ideally I wanted to see this break yesterday or today. It's not really doing it, so we're probably going to leave that one alone. I do want to see where McDonald's is. Nothing there. And then MicroStrategy. Is this getting close? Yeah, MSTR is getting a little close here. Where's Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin looks good too. Bitcoin not looking too hot there. Let's see. It has 32% short interest. Quite honestly, I don't care. We talked about this a lot. Like, I really don't care about short interest. It's just not something that I look at. I think people still have a giant hangover from 2021 and 2022, and they think it's just some like, oh, if it's highly shorted and it's moving, it means it's going to do something crazy. It's like, well, I can make another argument that says if people were shorting it at the lower levels, and they get squeezed, well, then new shorts are going to come in at those higher levels. So the short interest actually never changes. It just keeps getting recycled. It's like, okay, so then you just have the same amount of short interest at higher levels, which, yeah, could fuel the move. But, again, at the end of the day, the chart's going to tell you what it wants to do. Palantir and Neo. I mean, I've got a little Neo. It's not a big position for me here. I mean, I have, 4,000 shares, I think, at like 455. It's not a big position. I kind of treat it like an option. It's kind of what I'm looking at for it. What's the Ortex on it? I don't know, man. But yeah, keep asking questions. China stocks look really good. What's the best levered ETF to make it simple? Yin. Yin. You guys want to see the old yin trade? I probably could have kept the yin, but we longed yin last year right here on the long China thesis. It was on this break. It was like 2050. I had yin, rode it up, held it all the way back down, and then sold on this day right here. So made the position free. Then it was doing all sorts of stuff, and then I believe I sold it right here. The rest of it, 32. So 20 to 51 and then 20 to 32. Really good return on that. That was like a midterm position trade on the China thesis, which was really fun to watch play out. Him's going down. Is it? Yeah, so, I mean, that is kind of bear flagging a little here, too. Like, if you start to break down, Hims could definitely head back to the 200, which I'd kind of like to see. You know? I would kind of like to see that. Roblox is anybody still in the Robloxes? Because that was another epic one. I mean, I can just go look in community gains right now and just take a look and see what we did this week. It's just ridiculous. 725% on Lucid. The Lucid trade idea was disgusting. 220% on Shopify. 110% on Caterpillar. 866% on Lucid. 141% on Unity. What is this Ethereum ETF trade? 158% there. That's epic. I mean, guys, dude, this is getting I've never seen a group of retail $6,600 on AMD. I've literally never seen a group of retail investors and traders come in and make this much money. AppLovin didn't not playing ball. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, remember I cut that yesterday. I was like, yeah, I don't like how it's looking with the broad market. How is Yin setting up? It's not. It's not. He was just asking for the best levered China ETF, which is Yin. You have one robot? Yeah, nice. Schwab earnings? What is that? What's the ticker? SCHB? SCHW, that's what it is. Not up enough. Yeah, your Ethereum, yeah, ETH is still going. Nice, guys. Nice. I mean, again, you guys have any questions about the group, just let me know. But again, you guys get that when you come in and you get access to everything for $1 a day. You get access to the, both full-length educational courses. You get the daily private live streams, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do. So when you guys see me talk about and post on Twitter and Instagram and in the videos, like all those gains, those are coming directly from the watch list that I send out to the group every week and update them every day. Oscar a good buy at 10? It depends. Like this is the problem. Like what a lot of people will do in the market and see what we were talking about with Oscar, guys. People were talking about this yesterday. They were like, is this a good time to buy? No, this is a very dangerous chart to be buying. I was saying don't buy this thing up here, still down here. What we talked about at this 200 EMA on this day is this could be the first sign where you could look for maybe a sign of buying this one, but then it gapped down and then used the 200 EMA here as an area of resistance and then sold off again. If Oscar just completely nice, like straight move down to 10, you don't buy it. If it forms a base like this, then you can consider buying it. Because what a lot of people will do is they'll look at a company and they'll just look at like the fundamentals and say, oh, this is a good buy at 10. But it could go to 6. Like it could really tank. So what you also have to incorporate into your analysis is the chart. Like my 3-pillared approach, which is why I'm able to give you guys like SoFi at 655, Palantir in the teens, Hood in the teens, Philip Morris at 95, like all of these great ones, is because we're also incorporating the chart. So it's macro fundamentals chart. Something about July 18th Palantir options day. Do you know anything about it? It's just a monthly options expiration. It's not significant. There are a lot of things out there that people in the market will try and make a way bigger deal than what it is. Options expirations is one of them. Quad witching is another one of them. Doesn't matter. IREN is moving. That's the Bitcoin one, isn't it? Oh yeah, if you want that one, it's there. If you want that one, it's there. I'm probably leaving that one alone just because it's a little extended. What's Bitcoin doing? Like, Drew, you see what I'm, like, so here's why. I'll tell you why people talk about options this way. The reason why people get very interested in big options expiration dates is two things, is rolling and delta hedging. So in order to understand why the rolling is important, let's first talk about delta hedging. When you buy an option, let's just say, for example, that you're buying it for a market maker. From a market maker, sorry. The market maker is not taking directional risk in the market. So what they do is delta hedging. So when you buy a call from them, they are selling the call to you, so they are short the call. So they're also kind of effectively short the stock. Now, if you want to hedge that, you then have to go out into the open market and buy shares. So let's say the contract that you buy has a 60 delta. They go out into the open market and buy 60 shares. Let's say the stock keeps going up. Delta is now 70 because delta is not constant. Now they have to buy an additional 10 shares to be delta neutral. The reason why people get all excited about that is because if there's a lot of options that stack and the stock starts moving and people keep buying options, well, then it's forcing the market maker to continue buying. It's called a gamma squeeze because gamma is the rate of change of delta. Since AMD isn't looking that great for you right now, would you sell covered calls? I'm not sure if you heard me before. I own AMD at $11.39. It looks great, dude. The only time that I sold covered calls on AMD, I'll show you where. It was in here. It was like the move up to 200. I sold. This is actually funny. We're talking about Yin 2 and AMD. So I sold a bunch of covered calls on AMD when we were approaching 200, and I took that money and bought Yin. So I got all the covered call money. Then I bought Yin with it, and then Yin doubled, which was really nice. But no, I mean, AMD looks phenomenal here. Do you buy it? I mean, not really. I mean, the time to buy it was kind of off of this zone that we were talking about down here. It didn't really base, but like then you have this, so this would have been really the spot to buy AMD right around 97, 98. You have 11,000 shares of NEO. Your average cost is around 8. Nice. NEO, I would treat NEO like an option. They're either going to turn it around here and meet the goals that they have set out for shareholders, or they're not. The thing that you'll realize about me and what I wish or I hope a lot of you guys can understand about the market is you don't get married to any of these investments. Like if by like Q1 of next year they're still screwing up, I'm out. That's why it's not a giant position for me. I don't know. I bought like 16 grand of it. I don't know. Nothing. If it goes, I mean, all right, maybe I'll make like 50, 60 grand, 80 grand. I don't know. But I'm treating it like an option. Bull breaking? I don't think it's breaking, but it's been moving. No, that's not a setup. That's not a setup, guys. I mean, when did I give you guys bull? 11 something? Yeah, 1171. Is Novo basing? I don't think it's basing yet. No, it's not basing yet, but it's coming down into this area. I'm going to look to buy more of this in. I might just start buying like $30,000 blocks of this. Fourth quarter is make or break for NEO. Yeah, exactly. As long as you know that and you're not one of these people that come in, like I see a lot of this in the comment section, even like whenever I talk about NEO. They're like, I own this much, it's going to the moon, and it's like, that's just not the right way to think about it. Like you guys hear me talk about like NEO and everything, and it's like, if you ever heard me say that it's like a sure thing, it's gonna rip, like no. It's like the riskiest one that like I've outlined. If it works, great. If it doesn't, it's not gonna make or break anything. Yeah, Bitcoin's not looking too hot. Market, little kill candle at the open here. Nothing on DraftKings yet. So this is all right. So guys, remember, anybody that's still holding Roblox, last target on this one is 126. Those should be up right now, well over 600%. Why did you skip me, boy? Because you're calling me boyfriend, dude. Let's see. At least drop a like on the stream, man. We have a 150 like goal on the stream today. I think we can do it. You bought short term, made bank on the first rip, bought shares and leaves in the retirement account. They're nice, guys. Yeah, I mean, you guys see, I've never, you guys aren't gonna see a lot of this stuff anywhere else. Like, I think each week for like the last 7 weeks, we've had either a giant multi-100%er, at least 500 or 600% on one of the trade ideas, or one that's run into the thousands of percent. Once you guys see what like we actually do in the market here, you are really gonna feel silly that you, one, we're not doing this all along, and two, you're gonna be like, why didn't I just join it sooner? Be like, I don't know. I don't know. It's mind-boggling to me that more people don't trade and operate in the market that we do, but hey, more money for us. I mean, again, less trades, more profits, guys. Like Ryan, you were saying you take a lot of trades. I would try and pinpoint it a little bit more. Like I know, like I say all of them could do it, but like think about me, like I don't take all of them that break. When are we going golfing? I don't know, man. I don't know you. So Spy going for a pullback. I don't really see a reason for that right now. I don't really see a reason for that right now. I did get a little weirded out about the market though on Tuesday. You guys saw it in the Discord. I got freaked out a little. And the reason is it's not sort of like any like complex analysis. It's just, remember guys, some of you guys may not know this. I mean, I'm 26 now, but I've been doing this basically since I was 14 years old. So I've seen a lot. When you have that type of experience in the market and you start to see things like this, so this was like nice gap up off of the NVIDIA H20 news, decent CPI data, and then you start to see this big sell-off. So you get a lot of like pretty positive news in the market and it can't continue higher. I don't like that. So I think it was right around this area here I started hedging. I was considering dumping everything, but like Microsoft looked good, which actually ended up running nicely. Roblox still looked epic too, and I wanted to hold those just in case I was incorrect. Those bull leaps just became free? Nice, man. There you go. Again, guys, you guys want to come in and learn how to do this, and like, I say this too, it's like all of these big trades, like this could be you in a week. Like, what's his name? I think his name's Alex. Alex came in, joined the group. It's like his 4th day in here and he's already nailed a 200% trade. Do I see XRP sitting around 350 for a while? It got to all-time highs and then pulled back last night. We can take a look at it. I think it's kind of in no man's land here. Yeah, XRP is kind of in no man's land. So looking at this chart here, I mean, the breakout that we were outlining was right around this 235 area. I know a lot of you guys gave this one a little bit of room to breathe, which is good. You had 265 TP, you had $3 for a next target, and then 340. So you've ran through all of the targets on XRP. At this point, like I said earlier, it's like just, I mean, I would almost just throw a stop at 3 if you want to keep holding it and then just let it go. What's my go-to? I usually hedge with SPY. It's usually what I do. But it's very rare that I do it. Like, I need to, like, there needs to be something weird happening in the market, or my spidey senses start tingling, and I'm like, yeah, something's wrong here. Which is kind of how I was feeling on Tuesday. And again, I was hoping the hedge would go to 0. And it wouldn't have. I just sold it at the open the next day after like solid PPI. And then Roblox ripped 600%. And I was like, all right, thanks, I'm done. And those types of trades, guys, are why I can sit here and just look for A+ perfect setups all the time. And I never feel the need to rush in the market. Ever. Why would I? All I'm doing is waiting for perfect setups to form. Yeah, Ryan's ETH is his Ethereum trade is now up 175%. Boom. This is a nasty looking chart here on DraftKings. You're just getting too close to earnings for me. You know? You're getting a little close there for me. Ooh, what do we got here in community gains? Oh, atta boy, 115% on Hood. 1 of 1. Good for you, man. Shout out to all of you guys that have really like jumped into the group. I mean, I know each and every one of you guys has been able to really see just like how powerful this stuff is. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You're like, oh wow, this is simple. And that's why I make it so cheap for you guys to hop in. Like your first month is only $1 a day. Like I'm here to help you guys. I don't have to do this. I could just sit here and like, one, I could charge a lot more. I could do all sorts of different stuff if that was really what I wanted to do. I have a webinar on it, but the thing is like it's very rare that I do it. It's not a core part of what I do in the market hedging. It's not like, because like I'd rather not have to hedge. I will only do it when I start really being like, all right, this is the time. That thing. And the point of it on Tuesday was that I had a lot of unrealized gains out there. So that's what I was protecting. I wasn't protecting the principal. I was protecting the unrealized gains. So then Microsoft ended up going down a little bit. That was a little paper cut. The SPY hedges were down. And then Roblox ripped 600%. Okay, thanks. Give me my money. Still very green on the week. And that's pretty much all we did. Or you guys nailed Lucid. That was insane. This Lucid trade idea was disgusting. Is anybody still in this? No, I mean, that's kind of the, that was just a gift for everybody. Hit that button. This guy's legit. There's Alex. Yeah, Alex, I mean, man, you came into the group, man, this week. Nailed that 200%er on Microsoft and are sitting pretty now, man. That's great. I love seeing that, especially you new people, because like it doesn't take very long to learn. And it's just like I see people on the internet trying to like day trade and do all this other stuff, and I'm like, oh god, if you just understood these couple of concepts that I teach in LTMP, you would stop doing all the other nonsense. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I say it too, like especially right now with earnings. You literally could just focus on the post-earning strategy and just be done. That's why I'm so excited for earnings season. Like we had that stretch of the 3 in a row with Dollar General, Zscaler, Oracle, where it was like 700%, 850%. And then, well, the Oracles ran 1500%, but I ended up selling the last block of them at 1200%. Let's see. I want ES on here. Market's just kind of chopping. Not really doing anything here. Yeah, that link is pinned to the top of the live chat. That's exactly what I needed. Make it simple. I was overcomplicating everything I was doing in the market. Attaboy, man. There you go. That's the point. I mean, you guys can keep sitting on the sidelines and just watching me call out the most disgusting trades in the market. Or you can hop in there for $1 a day with code July. Simple as that, man. Yields doing what they're doing. Yeah, nothing crazy here yet. Yeah, IRN doesn't look like it's going to go. Bitcoin. I think this is a minor, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Bitcoin doesn't look like it wants to go yet. I'm more focused on trying to catch a MicroStrategy trade. Your average cost on XRP is $1.50. Did you hold it from like one of those nasty XRP trades from like, let me see where it would, like here? Oh wait, this isn't even XRP. What's wrong with me? I'm trying to find them. There was some like here. Yeah, right in here. Oh, it's probably this one. Yeah, it was this one. There you go. These were disgusting. These XRP trades are nasty. This one I gave you guys was pretty good. It's been fun, man. And we're just going to keep it going, especially with the market looking the way that it is. You missed Tesla? What do you mean? Like here? No, you don't want Tesla. You do not want Tesla. This is one that we talked about a lot this week where it has a solid setup, but like you have earnings next Wednesday. You're not touching any of this. You're going to buy wildly overinflated premiums, and then you're going to be in a negative like risk to reward. You don't want to be long Tesla here. It's just the increased implied volatility this week and next week are not where you want to be screwing around, you know? So you didn't miss Tesla. We've talked a lot about that one this week. You think Bitcoin's been rotating into alts? Yeah, it does look like that. My thing though is, so I gave you guys a bunch of the alts on the first Bitcoin move. At this point, what you would want to do, like where's AVAX? Let's just look at this one, because I think this one was moving. Yeah, so like this breakout on AVAX here, or even this one, like at this point, you're just moving stops up. That's all you're doing. Like if you see this big rotation into alts, all you're doing is moving stops up. You're not going to trade them again. You can if you're not in them, but I'd wait for them to flatline a little, like over this weekend. And then the crypto watch list that I send you guys, was Yin a setup? No. He was just asking about China in general. Like, what is a good levered ETF? And I said Yin. Like, if we were to do something that's levered on China, it would be Yin. But no, there's nothing on there right now. I'm going to be watching the China names over the next couple of weeks, like, especially with what Baba did today. Like, we could get some really fun moves out of these China names. But it doesn't really look like I'm going to get anything new today, which is fine. Like, you guys got to realize this, too. Like, I don't trade every day. When the market tells me to fire, I do. Just waiting for levels to break. That's it. It slows it down. Like, that's another thing. We haven't talked about that recently, but, like, your success in the market is almost directly correlated with how long you can sit there and do nothing. A lot of people, I'd say everybody, has been kind of programmed because everybody's been through the school system, or at least some of the school system. You have a job, and there are certain actions that you would have to take every single day at your place of employment or in school in order to either get the grades that you want, to pass the class, or to maintain your employment status. Trading in the market in general is the complete opposite. Most of the time, the correct decision is to sit there and do nothing and feel unproductive. Because you have to be able to preserve capital. Like, yeah, it's great. Like, when we see things fire off, you're gonna make multi-hundred and multi-thousand%. But if you're gonna be one of those individuals that's just like, oh, I have to do this every single day, well, you're gonna give back the gains that you didn't need to. Chart on Yin looked like a setup last 3 days, but today a gap. Right, well, we're not touching it, Daniel. Daniel, listen, ready? The conversation was as follows. I'm gonna be watching China. Question from the live chat. Is there a levered long China ETF that you would buy? My response. If I like China, which I'm not doing anymore, I've already did my dirty work on China, it would be Yin. That's it. It's like asking, like, what is a good EV, what is a stock if you like electric vehicles? And then I said Tesla. You know? That's it. We're not doing anything on China right now. We need to wait for it to balance out. What are you drinking? Is that water from the bay? No, it's Mio. No. Oh, my boat's still here. It's not actually my boat. I just say it's my boat. That's a good boat. Sometimes they steal my boat. I haven't been on that one. Ooh, little. All right, 2 minutes for consumer sentiment. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, after what we did this week, I mean, I might look at DraftKings for Monday, but I don't. It's getting a little too close to earnings. I'm not trading in. You heard it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything on it now, but like we might see the China name start to set up. Tang, dude, I miss Tang. I haven't had Tang in years. The astronaut juice, man. All right, 50 seconds here for consumer sentiment to come out, which, I don't know. After that Amazon data and retail sales, it's probably going to be all right. But again, a lot of the data recently just hasn't been coming out the way that you would expect it to. Like PPI, I was expecting to be a little hot, which is another reason why I started to hedge. But again, if we don't do anything today, I mean, another epic week locked in. Another one. Pins back to the 10. Yeah, this one's just choppy. I'm not gonna be going near this one. What else? Where's McDonald's? Is this thing moving? Nah. MSTR, nothing yet. I'd like to see this one, like, let the 10 catch up to this and then get a breakout into all-time highs. Drinking Neo? No, Mio. I could get a boat. The problem with me getting any toys is I'm not gonna use them. Like, I just won't use them. Ever. So then it's just like there have been so many times where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get a sick car. And then I'm like, am I really gonna do anything with this? No. So then I don't. Then I'd have to pay $500 a month to park it and then not drive it. I'm like, all right, that's just... And the roads here are terrible. It's like, what am I gonna drive 30 miles an hour in the city? No. Not gonna do that. If I moved somewhere like Florida, I would do it. Like I told you, if I moved to Florida instead of moving to this apartment, I would have gotten a car. Aston, old Porsche, something cool. All right, what was consumer sentiment? I didn't even see it come out. Walter, you're sleeping today, dude. Where's financial juice? Come on. Whoa, Michigan 1-year inflation preliminary actual 4.4, forecast 5, previous 5. That's good. Inflation expectations are coming down. So now the Fed really doesn't have a leg to stand on. Get a friend with a boat. I have lots of friends with boats. Here's the other thing, though. If I really wanted to go on a boat, I just charter one. I just buy it, like... Be like, pick me up here. Just come to my place of residence. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to take anything today. Rent boats for the day? Yeah, I know. I mean... When was the last time I was on a boat? I'm trying to think. Get a boat with a friend? I was going to do I think it's called like Freedom Yacht Club or something. I was going to get that membership, but like, I don't know, man. Summer's weird. GT3 Touring. No, you know what I really want? I want an SF90XX. That's what I want. Pieces are cool, but the SF90XX looks mean. I also like the Just Golf More. Dude, this is the first year that I've had my golf clubs in Boston, and I probably won't use them. They're right here. Yeah, MSCR. I mean, we're looking really good for setups for next week, guys. Those of you guys that are hopping into the group, like, take the time for your first step, guys. Go through, watch the learning curriculum videos, ask me questions. You probably won't have that many questions because I could literally teach a 4-year-old to do this stuff. And it's just changing the way you think a little bit about the market, and you're gonna be like, oh, it's that simple? Yes. Why aren't you doing this? I don't know. More money for us. Let's see. Ooh, Dave sending some tickers. Hey, yo. Yeah, isn't that American Eagle? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a good base. We could base and break this one. Right, you got 2. 1050, right around there. I think we talked about this one. Like, somebody mentioned that in the live chat. I like that. 1050 break on here. I'd actually be interested in buying some of that. That could be really fun. And you guys are getting some freebies today. DraftKings, MicroStrategy, McDonald's. But the other thing is too, is especially on the 1030 streams, like, you guys are gonna see a lot of the alerts fire off. I know I say this, but like, unless you're in the group, don't trade them because you don't know what you're doing. The most important thing, guys, is understanding like why you're entering, how you're gonna manage the trade when you're in it, and when and why you're gonna exit. That's the most important things. It's all about teaching you guys to become self-sufficient in the market. That's what it's about. Yeah, I like this AEO chart. It's got a nice shoe. US AMC. This is not going. I can pull it up, but I think it probably looks like garbage. You actually did have kind of a setup in here. That's funny. You kind of did have a little setup in there. All right, guys. We are almost halfway there to the 150 like goal. I think we might be able to do it today. Everybody that hasn't hit the like button yet, make sure you guys do. I think we might get there. We might be able to do it today, guys. That would be fun. Market selling off. Nothing crazy here, team. Nothing crazy. Where's Sofi today? I want to take a look at that. I want a bunch of that one. Uh-oh. 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 That's a bad candle. It's not a good candle. You don't want to see that on SoFi. Again, I'm a little bit like going into earnings here. We'll see what happens. I own it at 655. It could drop to 13 and I would not care. This is all thesis driven at this point. Are they going to be able to continue to grow their customer base? Are they going to continue to be able to do all of the things that they have outlined? If that's yes, then I don't touch it. We use the chart to get the entry. We use the thesis to stay in it. Yeah, market just chopping around here. I don't think there's going to be anything new today for positions, which is fine. I like not having to do anything on Fridays, buying stuff and then going into the weekend. I like not having to do that, you know? It gives you guys more time that are hopping in to like be able to go through the learning curriculum videos and understand the process of what we do. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's very highly reviewed for a reason. I'm just going to keep showing you guys. I don't know how many more you want to see. I said it last week. How many more of those do you want to see? And then I show you this week. Ooh, 600% Roblox and then 800% Lucid. I don't know. We're probably going to do it next week too. You guys sitting on the sidelines are going to be like, oh, I wish I saw it. Yeah, I know. More money for us. Let's see. Is there anything new on Twitter? I don't think so. I got nothing on the feed. Very slow day. I wish DraftKings was getting going there. It's still a great setup. It's just getting too close to earnings for me to want it, you know? But, oh my God, I haven't even talked about those. Dude, the post-earnings next week are going to be ridiculous. We catch one post-earnings next week, we're done. We're done. Neo running? Is it? Is it running above yesterday's high? Yeah. Oh, I'm flat on Neo now. Nice. Yeah, I'm flat. Oh, now I'm down. Oh, now I'm flat. Neo! Here we go. Any good YOLO short-term play? No. No. You don't touch this. This is putting your hand on a hot stove and hoping you don't get burnt. This is where I own it. Right here. Again, this is not one that I really care a whole lot about in the short term. It's all about if they're able to execute over the next like 3 quarters. If they can't, I will sell it. If they do, it could be real fun. Is Aspen basing? Yeah, it's just kind of grinding here. I don't really want that, you know? It's just kind of grinding there. But yeah, I mean, that's a vertical chart. Oh, I'm green. I'm green on Neo. Oh my God. Oh my God. There we go. Nice. Back in the green. Back flat. We'll see. Remember, I don't own that much of it. I'm taking a shot at it. If they can, like, if they can execute and they re-rate this thing, I mean, you could see it up to like 770. You could see it really run here. That'd be fun. Like, if you get a big run to Neo, like if this thing goes to 17, I'll make a little bit of money. All right, cool. Will it? I don't know, man. We'll see. They have to do a lot in order for that to happen. But it looks good. It looks good. Oh no, I'm red now. How am I? I'm never gonna financially recover from this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, phew. Flat Where's MSTR? I want that one. Yeah, keep flatlining there. Watch what we're gonna do to this thing. I mean, we nailed coin. Ryan's IBIT was probably better, but honestly, if you think about it, coin ended up being better. It just, there was a lot of drama on it last week. So, still made some good money on it, but it could have been a lot better. I like what yields are doing. I mean, you really want to see this thing drop down below this EMA here. We look at ZB. We're looking at bonds. I mean, these are probably coming back up. I mean, you could say that that's starting to bottom there. Actually, you know what I want to look at? Where's Lulu? All right. Lulu, we need to see flatline on top of the 10. If that happens, we could have a nasty trade on this. We've done it before. We've done it a few times on Lulu. Oh, there was that Lulu short. That was nasty. Back during March, April, that was a nasty Lulu short. I mean, we can think about it too. Like, where's Roblox? I mean, guys, this is just, we long Roblox at 108. I was probably out of the rest of them at like 120, around there. $12 move. The options were up 600%, 600%. Thanks. Give me my money. How am I feeling about Airbnb? I don't know. I mean, I don't really want to be going anywhere near it, I don't think. I think I said this one's, yeah, no, I don't want this one. You're getting kind of too close to earnings. Not a great setup there. A lot of drama on the chart. No thanks. That has been something that we've seen a decent amount recently too, like a decent amount of drama on a couple of these names. They end up playing out, but I'm just, unless we're going to see those clean moves up to levels, I'm fine with cutting them early. Because then we nail something like Roblox that just goes, or Coin, or what else? The Lucid I gave you guys, or the, I don't know, the 15 other multi 100% trades that we've hit in the last 3 weeks. We're going to do it again next week. Sold all your Roblox at 40. Oof. Oof. It's tough. That's tough, man. I mean, I sold some of my AMD last year. It's fine. My basis is negative. Like, when I sold the calls on AMD, that made my basis negative. Coin's a monster. Is it still going? Oh! Is anybody still in this? Hold on. Is anybody still in the coin trade that made it free and just held it? Oh my God. See, a lot of drama. I don't really want to deal with the drama. Like, our entry point was right here. 368.50. Like, see all the drama in this? Like, I ended up scaling out here. I scaled out again on a couple of these moves up. And then once it started to freak out a little bit, and Bitcoin was moving up, market was moving up, and coin wasn't, I was like, just give me my money. Now it's ripping. That's another one, guys. Sold your Palantir at 14. I sold my Palantir at 71, and I would do that every time. It was just getting a little bit too aggressive on that chart. You know, 15 to 71, I'll take it. At 128? That's smart. That's smart. Wow, coin. That's an epic one. Is anybody still in this? Being an everything app? I don't think so. In order to be an everything app, I mean, you would also need social media, which I don't think they have. And that's the power of what we do. Every single move that I outlined for you guys in the group has the ability to run like crazy like that. Every one. Boom. There's another one. Did you see the earnings dump with Netflix? I mean, I saw it, yeah. Yeah. There's nothing to do with it, though. You know? There's not much, like... A lot of the times, guys, we'll talk about charts, and I'll just be like, yeah, there's nothing to do here. Because I'm very picky. The reason why I'm able to have the performance that I do, and the group is able to have the performance that they do, is I'm very picky. Like, I don't just go willy-nilly doing stuff. You know? Like, I turn blinders on. It's like, if things aren't meeting my criteria, I don't do it. Because I know what my criteria is going to generate me from a long-term investment perspective and also the short-term trading perspective. Everything else, to me, is just noise. That's it. So market coming down to those pre-market lows. Interesting. So NEO didn't qualify for a post-earnings. That's also the beauty of the post-earnings strategy. And like a lot of people, especially like new traders, are going to see earnings fire off and be like, oh, I wish I bought calls for it. It's like, yeah, you're gambling. What we do with the post-earnings strategy is very simple. Very simple. That is, okay, so for those of you guys that are joining the group, the post-earnings strategy is the last video in the Swing Kings course. Make sure you watch that before next week, especially if you already have an understanding of options, because that is a really, really important one to understand, especially for next week. Like, really important. Like, we're going to come on the public streams here, and we could just have trades that are up like 500% like that. So make sure that you guys do that. That's critical. If you have questions on it, just ask. It's like the simplest strategy in the world. So I'll throw the link in here for you guys again. Make sure you use code July so you're able to get your first month for 50% off. Get it for $1 a day. But there it is. Post-earnings tree is becoming your favorite. Yeah, it's nasty. Yeah, market's selling off here. It's fine. You're just chopping around at these ranges at the highs. That's it. Is coin still ripping everybody's face off here? Nah. I mean, that's pretty... Oh my God. I'm thinking about how much coin I had too. That coin trade, if you held it, that's another 1,000%er. Because I think I had the 420s, and those are $20 in the money, and they maybe 600%. I don't know, something crazy like that. I mean, that's another one. If you guys just held that one, I don't think anybody still has it though. That was another gem. I'm just gonna keep showing them to you guys. It's going to be like 4 weeks from now. We're going to have like 10 more multi-100% trades, and I'm going to be still sitting here like, see, guys, look, we're still going. Like, everything's still firing. I think I had next week expirations on Roblox, so I actually would have been able to hold this one for more. I just wanted to take the money at 500% and run. Lock in a really good week. Wonder if Palantir will fall today. Does it matter? Does it matter? Like, because here's the thing. There's nothing on this chart right now that would tell you that you would have a short-term downside trade or upside trade. So looking at Palantir right now, trying to speculate on what it's going to do today is kind of a useless endeavor, It's like, all right, well, a lot of people are going to be in this one since like 15, like when I gave it out to everybody. So if you're from a long-term investment perspective, I don't know why we would be worried about if it's going to fall today. And especially from a short-term trading perspective, there's nothing on this chart that's going to give you a solid risk to reward edge. So we wouldn't look at it there anyway. So it's just like, it would be like, I don't know. It'd be like me saying like, is it going to rain today? It's like, does it really matter? I mean, it's not going to change anything, This is like the thought process that like I want you guys to start getting into is like, unless there's an actionable trade off of it, it doesn't matter, A lot of people are going to sit here and be like, oh, he's being an asshole. It's like, no, I'm trying to help you guys make money long term, and there are certain things that you have to think about, or in the way that you have to think about the market that's going to enable you to get there. Does that make sense, Rodin? Facebook hasn't been looking good. Yeah, that's not looking good. I think this is still my number one holding. Actually, AMD's sneaking up to it now because I did sell some AMD last year. But Rodin, I want to make sure that makes sense to you. Like, is that clicking? Like, it's not like sometimes people will tell me about a chart and they'll be like, what do you think about this? And I go, I don't think about this because it's not relevant to what our goals are in the market in the short, medium, and long term. Which is very different than I think the way a lot of people, and honestly a lot of creators, think about it. Which is why they don't actually make any money in the market. Like, yes, it does. All right, cool, good. Like, yeah, even sometimes you guys will send me tickers, like people in the group, and I'll just be like, yeah, it's not really doing what we need to do. It's not really a thought in my mind. Well, what's Bitcoin doing? I don't know. Let's see. selling. It's just consolidating. That's fine. You get a couple more days of consolidation on here. I mean, I want MicroStrategy to flatline and let the 10 catch up. This is one that I am sort of interested in. Even though it's a little extended, I want to see that 10 catch up. Neo's still looking real good today. 455. There we go. Back flat on Neo. Let's see. Are we at? All right. All right, guys. We're over halfway there to the like goal today. 150 likes on the stream is the goal. I want to see if we can do it. At least we should get at least 100. But so like sometimes I think people will like be in the live chat and be like, oh, he's being an asshole. And it's like, no. I'm like really trying to help you guys make money in the market. And sometimes I have to scream at you, which I wasn't there, but because it's not that hard if you understand if you just think a little differently. Just saying 4x my cash accounts in 4 months. Thanks, Vix. Should have joined earlier. Slother. Attaboy. That's what we like to see. Again, that link is out there for you guys. Use code July. It's literally only $1 a day to join, and we have people like Slother 4xing their accounts. There's nothing else like it. Nothing else like what we do out there. That's epic, man. Congratulations. If you listen, it's like the other thing I say all the time. Pay attention or pay a premium. So that link's floating around there. Make sure you, also, prices are going to go up in September. But if you join before, you're going to be locked in at the lower rate. So I'll probably still do a good deal for you guys in August. But after that, if you guys don't join by then, I don't know. I mean, prices are going up. But let's see here. Market, not really. You're wicking pre-market lows. You could see this market start to rally back up a little here. If that 15-minute candle holds, you have 17 minutes, I'm sorry. You can't have 17 minutes left on a 15-minute candle, but you have 7 minutes left. Yeah, Bitcoin's selling. That's not going to help MSTR or any of the other crypto names, which is interesting that coin is moving the way that it is today. Like, that's a ripper. Like, that's on a real ripper there. Roblox still up a little, but nothing crazy. I'm not in this. I have no short-term positions right now. I'm waiting. Again, I'm looking for perfect. You give me a perfect setup, I will execute it. If not, I'll just sit here and cash. Because think about it, if all of the ideas that I give out to everybody have the ability to run 500, 800, 1,000, 2,000%, well, I'm really just going to sit patiently and wait for the ones that look really good. This is the private stream? No, this is a public stream. It's Friday, man. It's public live day. Friday's public live day. Bloop, bloop. You guys went crazy on that YouTube video yesterday, too. I'll have another YouTube video out for you guys tomorrow as well. Prepare you guys for the week. It's going to be tough. Sucks. Yeah, you're rolling over a little on semis. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit of rollover there on semis. Yeah, I mean, this looks really good. You're getting too close to earnings to me. This one would be one that I then have to cover earnings on, which, quite honestly, the premiums weren't that bad on DraftKings. Like, typically, when you get closer to an earnings, like, these premiums are going to inflate, and it's not even worth trading. I'd rather just wait for a potential post-earnings move. But the DraftKings ones, even yesterday, didn't look that bad. Forgot it was Friday. Yeah, Daniel, that's why we've got the 150 like threshold there, and we're staying on longer today. Seeing if we can get there. We're at 82. We should be able to get to at least 100, but 150 is the goal. Yeah, MicroStrategy nuking there. That's fine. I mean, again, we're waiting for that break to the upside. I want to see this 10 catch up, which it probably will. Oh, okay. Side note. Now that the market's kind of slowing down, here it's selling. Now that the market's slowing down here a little, I have a question we could discuss in the live chat here. Why, like, on my, so this is not influencer people, just to preface this. I know why the influencers do this. But why do normal people with like private Instagram accounts post pictures with like babies and then like cover their face? It's like, dude, they're not SEAL Team 6. Like, I don't understand that. What are you doing? That one, does anybody know why people do that? Like, it's not influencers doing it. I get why the influencers do it. But like, why do like normal people with like 1,000 followers on like their private Instagram do it? Like, what are we trying to be special here? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just think about things and I'm just like, wait, why do people do that? Like, I don't understand. What? I don't get that one. That one's confusing to me. Market's nuking here. It's nothing to do. I like where we are, though. You're just still in the consolidation range, which is going to be great for new setups. That's not a great daily candle, though. This is why I'm a little weirded out about this market. Like, is there a reason for that other than, like, people are just weird? Like, because I see that sometimes, and it reminds me of those, like, photos where, like, in the documentaries where they're trying to show one person in the military and then everybody else has their, like, face blacked out. And I'm like, what? Keep their kids' privacy? No, I understand that from, like, the influencer perspective. But if you have like a private Instagram and you're like, look, I had a child, why are you doing that? If they're not your kids, you could be sued. Not fair, but like a lot of weirdos out there. Yeah, but it's a private Instagram account. If you have weirdos following you on Instagram, that's on you. I don't know, man. It's strange. I don't get that one. Weirdos in your network stalking your kids. I get it, but like they don't have Instagram. Like I've seen this like 4 times in like the last week, and I'm like, what are these people doing? I'm like, I know the baby wasn't in Fallujah. Like, I don't know, what are we doing? I don't know, man. People do strange things. Like, I get that, But then the other point to me is like all babies kind of look the same. So it's like, I don't know, man. I was thinking about that the other day and I was like, what? XRB being a long-term holder or not? AI can cure. Oh, that's fair. All right, that's a good point. That's fair. All right. Okay. The AI point. Okay. I didn't think about that. That's a good point. But then it kind of also goes back to my point about the weirdos following you, and it's like, why do you have weirdos following you? I don't know. They're probably weird people that follow me. All right. XRP. The way that I like to talk about XRP, I just kind of say it like this: if crypto is going to continue to go up, which it probably will, XRP will as well. You're going to see a lot of volatility, and when if there's good opportunities to buy it, and I think and it's probably going to make some aggressive moves in the short term, I will tell you. Just like I did last week, off of that, what was it, like 2 something? Where do I have? I don't have it up here. Like right here, right in here. What was it? Like 233 to 235. Like if XRP is gonna make big moves, I'll tell you. But at the same time, it's like it's gonna move with crypto. Do you think crypto is gonna go up over the long term? Probably. This one's gonna have a lot more volatility than Bitcoin, so just be prepared for that. That's kind of as simple as you can make it there. I also like a lot of these new companies coming out too, doing these like Ethereum and Bitcoin treasuries. It's like, sure, I get it, but your risk adjusted returns are probably going to be a little bit lower. Like your Sharp and your Sortino are going to be all messed up. But what I kind of look at that is like, all right, if you're bullish on Ethereum, let's say, or Bitcoin, why wouldn't you just buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum? Like, yeah, you might have some like pumps on these other names, but it's like, well, over the long term, you probably want to actually own something, right? I don't know. Like Ethereum recently has gone on a massive move, and like I'd almost rather own that than or like Bitcoin or like Bitcoin versus MicroStrategy. Like you're gonna have a lot more risk in those other ones than you will if you just buy the underlying. Yeah, market's just bleeding out here. Dude, I don't know how this has happened. I don't have any windows open. But the maintenance people came in on Tuesday, and I wasn't here, and somehow there's like little gnats. I've seen like 3 of them, and I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, coin selling off there. Everything's starting to get worked down. That's fine. Again, we're really just looking at how this market wants to close and then getting our setups for next week. Like DraftKings looks good. MicroStrategy, that's got a hold here. Where's McDonald's? Is this thing holding? Are we seeing a... it still looks good. Again, I'd like this to form a tighter range here up above the 200. We'll see. Let's see. We are 17 likes away from 100, guys. We're almost 2/3 of the way there to the 150 like goal. We might be able to do it today. I don't know. We'll see. And remember, make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. I'll have a video out for you guys tomorrow. And then also, I do these streams every day for you guys at 10:30. The reason why we were live at 9:15 today is because Fridays are public live day. 10% of Swiss market. Yeah, here's the thing with all that. It's not gonna. Like, the whole Swift argument for XRP, I think is a bit silly. They're going to use like CBDCs instead. And the banks right now are making money on these like cross-border transactions. So to then say that the banks are going to give up that revenue somehow, I think is silly. I don't subscribe to that line of thinking, you know? You got an ETH at 2,000. Should I hold it forever, or when would you sell? I don't know. That's a good entry. I mean, I would just hold that. You know, happy Friday. What's up, John? Clean my drains. I think they did something. There's something weird about this apartment too. So it's a 2-bedroom. It's 1 bathroom. It feels like I have heated floors in the bathroom. Like the bathroom is just hot, and I don't know why. I might have to ask about that and be like, what? Why is this? Why is it hot in here all the time? Like I step in there and my feet get warm. I'm like, what the? Very strange. Yeah, 14 away now from 100 likes. There we go. Yeah, very slow day. I mean, there's not anything in terms of new positions that I want today. I was thinking we might be able to get DraftKings, McDonald's, or MicroStrategy, but none of them fired off. So there's nothing to do. Check my fresh fruit. Daniel, you think I eat fruit, dude? There's barely any food in this apartment ever. And when there is, it's eggs, turkey bacon, onions, and ground beef. That's what I eat during the week. I just wasn't really here this week. I mean, I was, but it wasn't enough to be like, I'm going to go to the grocery store and start shopping, you know? All right. What else we got here? Dude, I'm doing a 4-hour cooking class on Sunday. That's going to be fun. Laundry or boilers under your floor? I probably do. But then other places in the apartment isn't like that. It's very weird. It's just the bathroom. Yeah. Quite honestly, I was a bit surprised that Roblox nuked like this up to the upside. Because this thing had already moved like crazy. I mean, this was a great trade this week, but I was a bit surprised that happened. Pleasantly surprised, obviously, for the like 500, 600%er, but like, I was a bit surprised at that. How's Ethereum look here? Yeah, you're just grinding up. That was a good setup there too. Ryan, I would assume that's where you got long. Right there. All right. I mean, McDonald's looks great. DraftKings looks great. MicroStrategy's got a hold, but there's gonna be a lot of really good setups. than pork bacon. Yeah, but it just makes me like normal bacon will just make me feel like garbage. You know? What are yields doing? Very slow here, guys. There's really not much to be doing here. Very slow today. There's nothing coming through the news. Oh, wait, hold on. We got anything on the news feed? Oh, top Republican on House China Committee objects to resumption of NVIDIA H20 chip shipments to China in letter to Lutnick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's not really moving NVIDIA here, but we'll see if that becomes a problem for them. Where's my baby today? Yeah, it's selling off a little. Where's Dick's, actually? I kind of want to sell this. I own a lot of this. I sold half of it last year. I kind of want to get out of this. You know what I'm never going to sell? This. This is the S&P Aerospace and Defense ETF. Monster chart. Love this thing. This thing's been I've owned this forever. What else? I think CSX is another one I own somewhere. Yeah, it's just been chopping around for years. I might ditch this too. I own a lot of stuff in there, like random stuff. You don't own Palantir anymore? Nope. Sold it at 71. Nope. And I would do that 100 times out of 100. From 15 to 71, I'll take that. Yin pumping. Yeah, there's nothing on the China names yet. Baba, I think is gonna give us a setup there, but it's not even gonna be next week. It's probably gonna be the week after. Yeah, Yin's moving, but I'm probably not gonna do anything with this anymore because like it's just not. I've already done my dirty work on it. Like I owned it at 20. I sold half of it at 51. I love how I have the I sold here thing still, and then I sold the rest of it at 32. So I took all of the AMD covered call money, threw it into Yin, and just crushed it. So I'm not real unless we get a trade on like Baba, Pinduoduo. Oh my God, do you guys remember the PDD trade? This one, where is it? This one right here. Oh my God, this was one of the best trades I've ever given out to people. This right here, the PDD trade. Oh my God. You guys, I mean, we've had a few like this year so far, but like one of these a year, your entire year is made. That's kind of the beauty of what we do too. It's like, you don't need very many of them to just crush it. But I'm going to give you a lot of them. I'll tell you that. You guys are going to have a lot of really good. When the market's hot, oh my God. It's just multi-100 percenters and multi-1,000 percenters left and right. So, again, you guys at this point, if you're not in there yet, I don't know what else to tell you. You guys have seen it time and time again, how crazy these trades are, what we do every single day. Next week is when it's going to start getting real interesting, too, with post-earnings. So you either want to have success in the market or you don't. It's up to you. Let's see. Yeah, Carvana might be rolling over. Actually, how does that look? Uh-oh, Carvana. Are people not buying cars out of vending machines anymore? Uh-oh. We've had some real fun Carvana trades. It's just wild like this. I don't think we even touched this at all. Real bacon's better than turkey bacon? That's correct. It is way better. PDD actually might be the one that we go for if it can flatline over this 200 here. That one could be a really fun one. I mean, we've done disgusting things on this name in the past, but we could have some more fun moves. I think we hit this too. April? I think we hit this. We hit something on these. It might have been in here, actually. Because I remember being at, like, Equinox. And just, like, lots of Pinduoduo, and it was ripping. Which would have had to have been in the first quarter of this year. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much in terms of macro. There's not a whole lot going on here. Let's see, is there anything on the normal feed? I don't really like how the market looks, though. Like, this is another... I mean, the beauty of what we do, too, is, like, if the market's going to do this, our alerts won't fire. So you're not going to get it. You're not going to get those false breaks. So I'd like this thing, actually, to trickle down. And then we literally can just focus on post-earnings. Like, if next week we don't do anything in terms of, like, a normal setup, we're going to have a bunch of them on the post-earnings front, so it's not going to matter. What do I think about Zim and TRMD? Are those both shippers? Because I know Zim is a shipper. We've traded this before. That's not a good chart. That is a very icky-looking chart. TRMD, that looks good. Well, I mean, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. Zim does not look good, though. You'd also like to get out of Palantir? You think you should just jump or sell card calls? In the money? No. No. You wouldn't sell in the money covered calls, dude. No, you could just sell, like, you could do it every month. You could just be like, I'm going to sell 10% out of the money calls and just over and over and over and over again. So at least if you were to get exercised on them, I mean, you'd get an additional equity boost. Because you'd make more on the equity moving up than you would than if you just sold in the money calls. I wouldn't do that. I'll start today. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. Is it getting all the way down there? Oh, boy. Yeah, MicroStrategy, you got to hold the 10 here. This is going to be a wonky one now. It looked really good going into today, but now, I don't know. That's a weird one. We might leave that one alone. Might leave that one alone, you know? It's just kind of... That's a big down candle there, off of a nice period of consolidation. This is also why I like to say a lot, too. I like to wait for the 10 to catch up here. But yeah, but it's nuking right now. But that's, again, the beauty of what we do. If it doesn't break the level, we don't touch it. Coin losing almost all of that move to the upside there, too. Damn, market's selling here, too. This doesn't look good. I can tell you guys that. It's not looking too hot for this market in the short term. Ideally, I want to see us, like, go retest all-time highs on SPY. Like, go retest it and then start to move up. Because... And this would be the perfect time to do it, too, because you could have some, like, 4 or 5 really great post-earnings moves that just fire, and the market can still knife. And it's like, all right, well, we're still going to go crazy on those trades and just wait for the market to have a nice little pullback. I'd actually rather the market, like, this last 2 weeks here has been good because we've been able to find the gems. But, like, when the market flatlines like this, a lot of the breakouts get a lot of, like, very choppy, which is kind of what we've seen. Like, Roblox was really the only one that just kind of went vertical up to our targets, which was a great trade. Lucid was another one off of the gap that you guys had, which was really good. So that's, like, 2 epic trades, like 800-something% on Lucid for I know Daily Taylor hit it for 800. I know somebody else hit it for 700-something in the group percent. And then Roblox was like 500%. But, like, we've seen the drama with a couple of other these ones. Like, ANET was very dramatic. It's like up, down, up, down. It's like, if it's going to do that, I'm just going to ditch them. I'm not going to sit around and let Theta just eat me. I will just take the paper cut and go look for something like a Roblox I can go. So, ideally, I want to see this market pull back. I don't know if it's going to. If it doesn't and just continues higher, fine. The setups will validate. We're going to go make a bunch of money, and we're going to continue. If not, we still have all the post-earnings epic setups to go look for over the next 4 weeks. This is the time that you guys got to get ready for, post-earnings. Earnings season is so much fun. You literally could just do that. Like, I say that a lot. It's like, just wait. Just wait for the post-earnings, and you guys are going to be great. Oh, 11 likes away from 100, guys. We're about to be 2/3 of the way there to the like goal. We might do it. We might get there today, folks. Yeah, you guys went wild in that YouTube video, man. Jeez. Maybe I should talk about Neo more. Where is Neo right now? Is Neo still holding, or is this thing selling off? I'm never going to financially recover from this. No, it still looks good. You just want it to hold on top of the 200, which it did get a retest of today, which is good. It's a tough one to chart, though, because this thing moves all over the place. Like, all over the place. Where's SoFi? I think SoFi's not looking great. Yeah, SoFi, no. I don't like that. I don't like that. That does not look good. You got to be careful with that one going into earnings. very careful with that one. Yeah, any questions you guys have? Investing, the market, trading, tickers you want me to look at, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do these streams. Yeah, a little bounce there. Nothing crazy, though. 91. We're getting close, folks. Yeah, where's Oscar? We can take a look at that one again. Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to tweet about this one again. We're definitely tweeting about this one. Oh, 100%. I'm rage baiting on Twitter today. It is a lot of fun. I kind of did it on Sofi, but like that tweet got like a lot of views. I was like, oh, all right. But like people just don't understand. They're like if I say something's not a buy, it doesn't mean that I think it's going down. It just means that it doesn't make sense to buy. Like it's very literal. It's like it's just not the time. The time to buy Sofi was when I outlined the weekly breakout for you guys at 1360. If I like it at 1360, I don't like it at 22. You know, it's very similar to HIMS. I liked it for everybody at 30 to 31. It runs into the 60s. I don't like it in the 60s to buy. Doesn't mean that you want to short it, but it just means that it doesn't make the most sense to go buy it. Because you have a lot more risk buying at those higher levels than you do buying at the levels that I'm going to outline for everybody. Like if this is a great way to, like if somebody said to you like, oh, you can buy like a Chipotle bowl for $15, you'd probably be like, all right, I'd buy that. But if they were like, oh, it's $30 now, you'd be like, maybe I'd do something else. You know, it's as simple as that. Fan of Apple. I am a fan of Apple's chart. I do really like it. I just don't like that it's right under the 200 EMA. The problem here too is that the market kind of looks like it wants to roll over. So if Apple were to get that break to the upside, it's probably going to drive the S&P higher. But it's like chicken or the egg. It's like, is the S&P going to drive higher and that's going to drive Apple up? Or is Apple going to get the breakout going into its earnings and that's what's going to drive the market higher? You also have earnings coming up. So it's like, well, we have a good setup there, but at the same time, you've got a big area of resistance that it can't get over, and if it tries to, it could easily get whacked right back down. So it's like, well, I could look at this, and I do have an alert on it if it wants to get going, but if there's going to be other better setups out there, like maybe post-earnings, or if we're going to go for like a McDonald's, or if MicroStrategy still looks good, or DraftKings, I'd rather trade that than I would Apple. If it starts to go, I mean, I might still do it just with smaller size because there's more risk in this right now. You know? So it does look good though. I'm not saying it doesn't, but like remember, Alex, I think Alex is like the ideal individual to hop into the group. He knows what he's looking for now. He went through the course videos. Now he's an active participant. But again, it's like the first step is understanding what the setups look like. The second step is understanding which ones do you actually want to trade. So like when I have the watch list for you guys every single week, like I'm not trading all of them. I'm looking at the market. I'm seeing what the sectors are looking like that week and saying, okay, where is actually the best place to allocate capital this week? Does it make sense to be going for one name over another? And then, I mean, I'm not going to get it 100% right every time. Like there are names like an SJM or something that you guys nailed that I'm typically going to be like, meh, probably going to stay away from that just because I don't think it's going to get the burst that we want. But they can still go. I just like to stick with the stuff that we know can burst and make great moves for us, you know? Which Apple definitely can. We've had some great Apple trades. I think we hit this. Back in June 2024. I think we nailed that. Does that make sense? Very good looking chart. I just am a little weirded out about that 200 and with the way the market looks. I don't like the Sofi chart. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. You know what it looks like? It's reminding me of this. Actually, this is actually a better way to look at this. SMH. Where is it? It's this candle, kind of. Actually, that's kind of aggressive. It doesn't look as bad as that. And Sofi, again, did kind of look like this in here and then still started to grind up here, but I'm not the biggest fan of this. Also, the market's kind of leaking. You get it? Yeah. All right, good. Like, even though, like, we're trading a lot of the time, like, what people would typically consider, like, short-term options, and it's very risky, like, I'm very risk-averse. Like, I'm fine with taking risk when it makes sense. But it needs to make sense. Market popping back up here a little. Nothing crazy today. Very, very slow day. I mean, actually, I want to see what the... I want to see if somebody has this chart out. It's almost an hour after the data. 44 minutes ago. Here we go. I got it. Oh, this is actually interesting. So Democrats think that inflation is going to be 7.7% this year. Wrong. Independents think that inflation is going to be 5.6% this year. Wrong. Republicans think inflation is going to be 1.3% this year. Close, but wrong. Sorry. They're just all wrong. Like, there's just not, it's not going to be any of those numbers. It's going to be between 2 and 3. Very simple. You're not seeing 7% inflation this year. Stop watching the television. Like, also, to the Republicans, also stop watching the television. It's not going to be 1.3%. At one point, they said it was going to be like 0.3, I think, at one point. 0. They had 0 at one point for inflation this year. That's funny. But you can also, so the interesting thing about that chart, the other reason why I like to look at it, is it kind of gives you a good idea of not just like what people think about inflation, but it's also kind of a good barometer to like gauge like how people think these new Trump policies are actually going to affect things. So like seeing the Democrats move down is interesting. When the Republicans started to move up, that was an interesting sign of like the base being like, all right, we don't really trust what you're saying. The independents moved faster, quicker, or I don't want to say, that's not a speed, sooner than the Republicans did, if you look at that chart. So the independents started to move up their expectations in October, November, and it took the Republicans all the way into March. Now they're all coming down at a pretty similar pace. Only Q3 will tell. Yeah, I'm still in the camp that we are not going to see any giant amounts of inflation as a result of these new tariff and trade policies. I've been right all year, and I think the FOMC members have been incorrect. The other part of that, though, is that like I don't think we're going to see this massive jump in inflation. I also don't think that we should just be willy-nilly cutting rates right now. Like, Powell is in a difficult position because he doesn't actually know what's going to happen. The problem I have with what Powell and the Fed are doing is that they're treating the move up in inflation as a result of these tariffs as a given, like a guarantee, which it isn't. So it changes their tone. Their tone is suggesting that they all believe that inflation is going to move up and that's going to drive policy, which we just don't know yet. What they should say is, like, we don't really know. There are some risks out there. Do I ever trade options on DIA? No. No. No, they're weekly options. They probably have expirations every day, but no, I don't. I don't know why you would want to. Again, the only thing that people would probably do with those is day trade, and swing trading is always going to be better than day trading, which I've shown you guys time and time again. Your main focus in the market should always be on swing trading first versus day trading. It's just it's like one of the givens of life. It's like death, taxes, and swing trading is going to make you more money over the long run than day trading will. We haven't seen the effects of his crazy tariff policy yet. Well, you've had significant amounts of tariffs for the better part of this year so far, and you really haven't seen it. People saying that we haven't seen the effects of his crazy tariff policy yet are just kind of like, it's like a regurgitation of like what these economists are saying. They're like, we haven't seen it yet. And it's like, I know we haven't seen it yet. That's the point. The point is that we haven't seen it yet. So this last CPI was kind of the second time that you could have actually seen an effect, and it wasn't really that big. One of the main reasons why you wouldn't have seen an effect like earlier is because of imports. Because when we saw that giant move down in GDP in the first quarter, that was a result of imports skyrocketing. So if imports skyrocket, it means that they're basically locking in the low rate so they can continue selling these goods at the low price for, or whatever they thought the current price is for a significant period of time until they figure out what's going to happen. But now it's like, well, you still really haven't seen it yet. And even if it is, it's technically not inflation. Because inflation is a rate of change. It's a tax. That's what it is. It's a tax. Then what people also are not accounting for, especially in the data, is that like the vast majority of the increases that we've seen in CPI over the last like year and a half, 2 years is shelter. So if shelter stops increasing, I mean, you're going to balance it out, especially if oil stays low. Like, it'll balance itself out on the data. Then you might have problems in terms of, like, consumer spending and things. But, like, overall, if they start cutting, all right, business activity can continue. Average hourly earnings can go up. The unemployment rate can go down. Like, you could see a lot of positive effects that way. So it's just things that I don't think people are fully thinking about when they're like, oh, tariffs, inflation. It's like, it's a lot more nuanced than what people think it is. Because then let's say for example, and they're also thinking a little too short term. Let's say that we were to have let's just say that that these economists are right, which they're not, but let's just say they're right, and we do see a widespread price increase. Okay, it's one time. That gets taken out of the data. Like, let's say we were to have seen it now. The August CPI report next year now no longer has that, and you would see a big dip in CPI. Because it's a rate of change. It's not actually tracking like the actual price levels. You could look at the index of like where prices are going, but like what a lot of the like they're forward looking. So you have to think about what the rate of change is going to be going forward. And that's kind of where the Fed is right now. They're like, we don't know. Maybe it's going to go. It's a lot of what people are doing is they're listening to like the TV and being like, oh, but this is what people think is going to happen. And it's like, well, what you really should do, and I mean, this is kind of the position that it's like, if you can read the data, the things that people are saying are not matching up with what the data is showing. So I'd rather look at the data versus like a news anchor, or an economist. I most of the time will not listen to a lot of what these economists are saying because they don't actually have any capital at risk. You see a money manager go out and start making claims, you should listen more to them because they have to put their money where their mouth is. They don't have to, but like most of the time they are. It'd be like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a good comparison to this. I can't think of one. But like, it's like they can just say things and there's no consequences to it. They'll be like, yeah, this is what the textbook says. And it's like, yeah, but the textbook's not going to be right. You're assuming that all other things are being held equal and they're not. So just with that, you could say, well, we don't know. But again, to Powell's and the Fed's point, that's the thing. It's they don't know, but their tone should be a little bit different. Their tone should be more of, things are looking good. We don't necessarily know. They should have cut once. That's kind of what I'm looking at. They probably should have cut once this year so far. Not like 4 times like Trump is saying, but they probably should have given one. If they were operating under the assumption of, okay, this is what the data looks like now. This is where we think it's going to go in the future. There are risks, but even if you were to cut by 25 basis points, it's like it's not going to cause a massive spike. Like saying ankles at 150 and then having to pay up? No. Ooh, we're 8 likes away from 100. We are getting there, folks. We are getting there. We're going to be 2/3 of the way there to the 150 like goal. I don't know if we're going to get it today now. We started off hot. I don't know. We're getting close, though. We're getting there. We need 8 of you guys to hit that like button. Costs you nothing to do it. Yeah, here comes the market lower again. Again, there's not really much to do today. But yeah, I think the link's floating around somewhere. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. Use code July. Make sure you guys are getting in there before next week, because next week's going to be as epic as this week, I think. Especially with all the earnings. Oh my God. I can't, like, I don't know. I show you guys how great this stuff is all the time. It's like, we're going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep coming on these streams and being like, look, here's another multi-100 percenter. Oh, here's another multi-1,000 percenter. Here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one. I mean, SMH looks fine here. You're just kind of consolidating at the highs. This is the semiconductor ETF. But where's NVIDIA on that news? Is it starting to nuke a little? Nah, it's only down 0.75% today. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the things that we're saying on the that I'm saying on the stream here, just ask. That's what I'm here for. I believe Jerome Powell is conducting economic warfare against America. I bet this goes so hard if you're... Dude. I'm just having fun on Twitter now. I'm going to have a lot of fun on Twitter today after the stream when we talk about Oscar. There it goes. Oh, that's Sofi. My bad. Yeah, Sofi's not. That's not a good candle. That is not the good candle, ladies and gentlemen. Are we supposed to get some Epstein stuff today, too? 84 likes. We're at 92. We need 8 more likes. Are we supposed to get some Epstein stuff today? Something. I feel like this is like limited hangout is what they're about to do. They're just going to release some stuff, and then everybody's going to be like, all right, they released something. Please forget it now. I think that's probably what they're about to do. I don't know, though. It's weird, man. The politicians are politicianing. Oh, bounce there. Yeah, really. I mean, nothing on the news feed either today. Like, Walter has got nothing. Oh, Waller, if President asked me to do the Fed chair job, I'd say yes. We knew that was coming. I haven't seen that. Yeah, Waller, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Besson, on Japan, trade deal remains in the realm of possibility, so we do have positive developments on the trade deal front, but the market's not really reacting to it. 5 likes, guys. We are close. We are very close. Happy Friday, too. It's going to be fun. So, yeah, for those of you guys that are hopping into the group today, you guys are going to get the watch list on Sunday. So Sunday is when the big watch list is going to be sent out for next week. You guys have more than enough time to go through the learning curriculum videos. It doesn't take that long for you guys to get through them. Thoughts on Rivian? How's that look? Ooh, it's pinching here. How's that look on the weekly? It's kind of icky. I don't really like that here. I mean, if you can flip this, start to consolidate a little, and then break, I'd trade it. But there's nothing really on this one right now, especially going into earnings. You know? Oh, we're 4 likes away. We're getting there. We definitely have enough of you guys to do it that haven't hit the like button yet. I know for a fact you guys are sitting here slacking. The new goal is 150. I think maybe next week we'll be able to do it. 150 on the stream. Because remember, I do these every day for you guys at 10:30. Fridays, though, are the days that I think we can hit it. Then we move the goalpost. Once it goes to 150, then it's going to be 200. Yeah, Carvana looks like it wants to get hammered here. Yeah, not good on Sofi. Not good. Bad candle. Very, very bad candle on Sofi. That's not what you want to see. Who knows, though? This thing's just it's been a monster, so you never know what could happen with this one, especially going into earnings. But earnings is going to be big for it. Earnings is going to be very good. Soldier Etsy's at 600% and Joby at 2,500%. Great work, Daniel. Great work. I think, when was Etsy? I didn't outline Joby. I think that was a Jag one. Etsy, though, was it? Yeah, I think we talked about this yesterday. It's probably here. This was the last Etsy idea I think we had back in here from 48 all the way up. That was a really epic one. But, team, it's 11:05. It's a Friday. I think we're going to wrap it up here for today. Very, very, very slow day in the market. Nothing really new for us over here. But again, that's what the less trades, more profits methodology is all about. I'm going to send this link to you guys in the live chat one last time. There it is. Use code July if you guys want to hop in there with us. Again, you get access to all of the learning curriculum videos, the daily private live streams, the pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do. That's the most important part there. I mean, you guys have seen it so many times. I have a gift. Very, 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 very good at identifying stocks that are about to make massive moves before they do. You guys saw it this week. Lucid, that 800%er, the 600% Roblox. We're just going to keep doing it. I mean, I don't know how many more times you guys want to see me do this. I'm just going to keep handing it out to everybody. So for those of you guys that are hopping in, welcome. Can't wait to get you guys up to speed with us and start making some serious money in the market. But other than that, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. We got video coming out for you guys probably tomorrow. So make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. But other than that, have a great week.